Welcome to the Roncast, where entrepreneurs find killer tips, techniques, and tools to start and growth hack any business. Brought to you by one of Canada's favorite business personalities, Ron Davies. Enjoy the show.
Hi guys, and welcome back. So many people are starting businesses or have tried to start businesses in the past and maybe not successfully. What I'm finding is that most people that do well and succeed with their business do so from a different angle. And that's what I want to talk about today. You know, a lot of us, we start a business because, well, we need to make income. We want some control over our time. We don't want to work for another employer, though ultimately we always answer to somebody. Sometimes if you own your own business, you're just answering to customers, right? But we go into business in order to make money for ourselves, right? That's kind of a big part of the definition of what a business is. Unfortunately, even though that is part of what a business is, it's entirely the wrong approach. And that approach has cost an awful lot of failures to happen. And it's because we're not really here on this earth to make money and collect it for ourselves. That's not what we're here for. Not as far as I know. Maybe your experience is different. We're here to exchange value, to bring something to our lives and to the lives of others, and to experience what others bring into our lives. So if we just start a business in order to make money, it's a hollow goal. We've discussed this before, and it's not going to work. So that's kind of what applies here is, what can I do, or what can I bring, or what can I manufacture that helps somebody, that helps them, helps their lives become easier. Couple of quick examples might be Netflix, right? The Netflix idea, you have access to thousands of movies and TV shows and whatnot, the convenience anywhere you have internet connection, right? You don't need a satellite dish. All you need is an internet connection, your phone, your smart TV, whatever, and you can access that. Have a look at like Amazon Prime. You pay one fee and all your stuff is shipped to you quickly. Getting it shipped quickly is important to you, and getting it taken care of and getting that free shipping or paid shipping, whatever you want to call it, all year is important to you. It brings you a value, just like Netflix did. So if you're just producing content and putting it on the internet with the intention of it being, a part of a marketing funnel, and where you're trying to harvest people's email addresses and then create a product sales conversion later on, you're never going to get very far. You're always going to be paying for traffic. You're always going to be paying for social engagement. And you know what? I see this stuff everywhere. I can't go through my Facebook timeline or Instagram timeline and not see every self-declared expert on, helping real estate agents market better, helping marketing agents market better, helping to grow agencies that build websites. And all of these things, none of them know what the hell they're doing. And even when I engage them in conversation, their senior decision makers, they just don't know what they're doing. I don't know how else to put it, because what they're doing is funnel work. Now, I'm not saying funnel work doesn't work. What I'm saying is it costs you in perpetuity. Funnel work, they'll call it building brand awareness. They'll call it reaching the target audience. They'll call it market to message match. They're wrong on every count. Because the best way you can reach the target market is to simply bring something of value to the greater market. The target market will be the one that resonates with your message. It's not paying extra for finer targeting on Facebook clicks or Instagram clicks. It's bringing something of value that actually helps people. So just help people. Stop trying to lure them into your marketing funnel so that you can later sell them on something. Because that just means you're going to be paying for pay-per-click or SEO or whatever the frig it is you're doing in perpetuity. But if you just provide benevolent expertise or assistance or help or advice or mentorship or something and do that in perpetuity, you will never pay for traffic. You will never pay for marketing. You will never pay for SEO. You will never pay for an agency or a self-declared internet marketing guru. Because honestly, the number of conferences I've been to for internet marketing, both as a speaker, most of the time as a speaker, but also as a participant, all I encounter are self-declared experts, and they really don't understand marketing. They don't understand sales. Marketing and sales is 100% about people. Sure, automation can improve the linear performance of a funnel, but you can never beat that value exchange, because you cannot get someone to buy something from you if they don't trust you. They're not going to trust you if they don't like you. And they're not going to like you if they don't even know you exist. So things like pay-per-click, sure, they're good for an inoculation. Hiring an agency, same thing, broader, wider approach. But none of those things on their own are as effective as just presenting yourself or your company or your own brand as an influencer, as a benevolent expert in your space. Benevolent expert. That means someone who knows what they're doing and is being helpful about it. If you look at guys like Gary Vaynerchuk or Robert Kiyosaki or Bob Proctor or Brian Tracy or Jack Canfield, all of these guys provide something of value. Neil Patel, there's another one. Russell Brunson, who was one of our first coaching students. So none of these people just jam you into a marketing funnel. Sure, they all have marketing funnels because that's part of business. But what makes their business work is that they provide value. Probably the one that provides the greatest value would be Neil Patel. Russell Brunson would be second to that. Maybe Ryan Dice shortly behind him, closely behind him. So the next time your brand, your company, your brand, yourself as your own brand, the next time you're going to post something on social media, don't come from the angle that, okay, so what do I have to say to get this person on my email list or to follow me on Facebook or Twitter or connect with me on Instagram? Don't come from that angle. That's how marketing agencies do it. And honestly, their job is to make sure that you keep paying them for a long term. So they do just enough that it's more than what you could do on your own. They do just enough to rationalize what you pay them. The reality is, and where I live in an area called the Bay of Quinte in Ontario, Canada. Nowhere in Southern Ontario have I found an adept and skillful marketing agency. Nowhere. And, I'm here to tell you that I'm happy to audit whatever marketing your agency is doing for you and to reveal to you where you're getting cheated. I'm happy to do that. We have people that I can just push a button and, we can get that done for you. At the end of the day, provide value. So ask yourself before you do your social media post or your podcast, just like here, I'm doing this podcast and I want to give you something that solves a problem for you or helps you. And that's basically this advice. When you're going to do some content, wherever it is, think about this first. What does the person consuming this content, whether it's audio, text, images, video, whatever, what do I need to give them? What do they need? What problem are they facing that I can help them? So I can be benevolent. So I can show that I'm an expert and be benevolent. Let me give you a quick example. As you know, probably, I was involved in real estate. My brother and I had a number of real estate franchises here in Ontario. And one of the things that we did was to produce content around, let's say you're a house inspection guy, right? You're the guy that when someone's going to buy a house, the real estate agent or the homeowner to be hires you. They pay you $300, $400, $500, $600, and you comb through the house and look for everything that's wrong. So if you were that person, the way you would be a benevolent expert is, first of all, you would run a Google alert. So you would log into Google, just put in the words Google Alerts into Google and it comes right up, for everything to do with house inspection in your area. So let's say it's New York, house inspection New York, inspecting houses New York. You would do all of this. And the reason you do that is because Google is automatically going to send you an email when those terms show up anywhere, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, whatever. So think about the terms that people would use when they're trying to solve a problem around getting a home inspected. And then you're going to respond and you're going to be benevolent and helpful. So let's say Mary Jo puts a post on Facebook that says, my husband and I are thinking of buying a house in Rochester, New York, and we're looking for a real estate agent and a home inspector to help us. Well, Google Alerts will detect that within minutes of it being posted to Facebook by this person that you're not connected to, by the way. Google Alerts will then email you a link so that you can respond to it. And then you can respond and say, hi, I'm Joe Blow. I'm a home inspector in Rochester, New York. I know lots of great agents. I would love to help you, Mary Sue. I'm a professional, licensed, and I would love to be able to help you. Just let me know what you need, right? And you're just being helpful. You're not being pitchy. You're not trying to get Mary Jo, or whatever I call her, Mary Sue, into your marketing funnel. You are genuinely being a benevolent expert. And what's cool is Google Alerts did the marketing for you, not your agency, not Facebook pay-per-click, none of that. No agency and no Facebook pay-per-click can be as targeted as you can be with Google Alerts. You can beat all of them at their game. We do it all the time. So then you can also put in your competitors' names. Let's suppose you're a shoe store. You own Joanne's Shoes, right? And down the street from Joanne's Shoes is David's Shoes. So now you create a Google alert that is David's Shoes. You put in David's whole name. You can even put his street address, all as separate Google alerts. Now when someone goes on Instagram or Twitter and says, hey, I bought a pair of, shoe terminology, I bought a pair of red pumps at David's Shoes and they're kind of uncomfortable in my heel. Does anybody have any advice? Google Alerts detects this post. And because you've set up a Google alert with the term David's Shoes, Rochester, New York, or whatever it is, they send you an email with a link, with a profile picture of this person that posted the question. And you can respond and say, hi, I'm Joanne from Joanne's Shoes. We're just down the road from David's Shoes. We'd love to be able to help you make your shoes fit better so you can be more comfortable. And if that doesn't work out, we have plenty of other options. Do you see how this works? How you're responding to people asking for help. And the marketing is being done by Google Alerts. And you are offering content on social media to solve this person's problem. And when this person responds back to you, that gets shared to everybody they know. So now everybody that knows this lady that bought these shoes from David's Shoes, they get her responses to you. So now she's marketing for you. It's pretty cool how it works. But it all starts at the beginning. And at the beginning is bring value to people. Whether it's your blog posts, your YouTube videos, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, it doesn't matter. Don't try to put people into your marketing funnel. It's the wrong approach. Help people. Be a benevolent expert. Help them. Bring value to the world. The world will shower you with value. We've run a little long today. I'm your host, Ron Davies. This is the Roncast. If you have any questions, just drop an email to ron@theroncast.com. Have a great day. That's it for now. Be sure to subscribe and share with others. Bye now.
That's it for this episode of the Roncast. Be sure to subscribe and tune in again for killer tips, techniques, and tools to growth hack any business. We hope you've enjoyed the show.